AngryJoe controversy is blowing up. Well, let's watch a little bit of drama, a quick drama video to unwind.
AngryJoe has been completely losing it across social media. He's making a bunch of weird tweets. He tried to face dox Yellow Flash because the guy didn't like the Odyssey. Oh, wow. Okay, better try to face dox him because how dare he criticize this corporate production.
Yeah,
And
he spends way too much energy trying to find woke nonsense. Yeah, he's definitely not on the right side of history.
Arguing with his own viewers. On his own Odyssey review video, his viewers are like criticizing the video and he's arguing with them in the comments. It's a very strange series of events to be witnessing. So yeah, he's kind of been all over the place. This is a rough series of events, somewhat in order. This was like one of the first things he said. So with this account, Alan NG posting dropped to 97%. Take that, chuds. Hashtag vindicated. I'm not familiar with this guy. Some people are saying he's being satirical. I don't know. But the point is, Joe sees that tweet and responds with this and says, how many of y'all think the Odyssey is about to get review bombed online for reasons that have nothing to do with the quality of the film itself?
Right here, it's not that good of a film.
Raised his hand. And Demion would then respond to Joe saying, you're a good consumer, Joe. A very good consumer. Keep consuming, please. They love that. Yes, Joe, keep lapping up whatever they give you. Joe did not like that response. He quote tweets Endymion and says, it's hilarious how pathetic you sound crying so hard about this film and how much Sinone's actors triggered you over their appearance. Quote,
should I start going on Twitter and provoking people like this?
You're cattle if you watch this movie that casted that person Achilles or not. Unquote. Seriously, what the frick is wrong with you? Along with that comment, Joe also posted a screenshot of a different take that Endymion had posted. I guess he didn't like this either. Let's see what's in this take. So Endymion said, so Chris Gore confirms Elliot Page's character in the Odyssey, Sinone, replaces Achilles' role in Christopher Nolan's version of the story. Instead of Achilles being who Odysseus meets in Hades, he meets the ghost of Sinone instead, insinuating that Elliot Page's character by proxy is Achilles in everything but name. They actually did it. That's the stupidest change I've seen in a movie in a long time. Wow. If you watch this and pay...
spoiler, I'm not going to go see this movie, Odyssey. Nope. I'm going to pretend it doesn't exist.
Pay money for it. You are cattle. Endymion responds to Joe again, says, that's right, Joe. Be a good consumer. That's right. Plug those knees in the sand, Joe. Keep going. Nolan is about to fill you. Gross. Okay. We get it. We get it. Be a shill. And then Flash just responds with this picture from the movie that's totally not an edit. This is
special needs.
You know, real screenshot.
She was good in Inception. It's a pity this happened.
There. Around the same time that conversation was going on, this was also occurring. And this is the exchange where things really started to get crazy. So Yellow Flash posted on his own account separately, unrelated to Joe, this tweet that says, I was fat and sedentary for years. It wrecked my back, still dealing with the fallout years later. Took real work, consistency in the gym, diet changes, and facing hard truths to fix it. If you're unhappy with where you are, start today. Small habits compound. No one's coming to save you. It's on you. Magic drugs won't help you in the long run either. Only hard work. And Joe saw that tweet. He didn't like this one either. Decided to chime in. He says, now this explains a lot. Good for you. Now, to work on not being such a piece of garbage to others online because of how unhappy you were with yourself.
I'm pretty sure I unsubscribed to Joe because of his trash takes recently.
And Flash posts a very disturbing image in response. I'm only going to scroll for like 1 second. Prepare yourself or shut your eyes for the next second. There you go. Oh, hold on a second. Okay, there you go. And there's like 140 other responses where everyone's basically criticizing Joe here, leaving posts like, Joe, what the frick?
Joe, you're not on the right side of history.
Happened to you, man. I grew up watching your content. You taught me how to be more critical on games. And now you're the one acting like a jerk. This one's saying maybe Flash is a jerk. Don't know him. Calling someone a piece of garbage because they were unhappy with themselves due to being obese when you yourself, Joe, are obese is ridiculous. Are you also unhappy with yourself?
Joe isn't obese. You need to reserve the use of obese for land whales. You know, the people that can't fit in an airplane seat. If you can't fit in an airplane seat, you're obese. If you can, you might be fat, but you're not obese. I mean, I don't think words should be watered down. Keep obese for the truly obese.
Due to obesity, you are what you hate at this point. Well, I can tell you this much. I met Flash back during the Vic saga. And as long as I've known the guy, he's been very nice and very cool to me, so I appreciate that. Flash himself also responding to Joe, and again, the context is important here. Flash was just making a tweet on his own page about self-improvement. Joe saw that, got mad at it, and now Flash is saying, in response to Joe, hit the gym, Joe, then maybe you won't crash out so hard over fictional characters getting made fun of. Joe says, you muppet, you literally just described your entire channel, lol. Here's you crying and crashing out about literally everything, including my mean tweets. It's probably why you hide your face, because you look like this. And Joe posts a picture of some guy that's not even Flash. In response, Flash then facetiously, okay, that was a struggle, says, how did you find my picture? Flash,
let's see the picture. Oh yeah, that's pretty sure that's not Flash.
That's not even Flash. In response, Flash then facetiously, okay, that was a struggle, says, how did you find my picture? And Joe says, Google, big boy. Google, big boy. I don't need to use that AI slop like you do, but man, I'm just messing with you. I didn't mean to take such a low blow and hurt your feelings, but I've seen you say some pretty messed up stuff in the past. So what happened in your life that made you like this? Dude, why is this even a conversation that's happening right now? Yellow Flash then went on to address what happened here in a video from today, so consider...
Just want to point out before we go on that I have been on the angry against woke side for a very long time, even before I was streaming. This is a post from 7 years ago about Captain Marvel. Wasn't happy with that movie. Another one about the great direction Star Wars went. So that could post about how the Last Jedi was trash, basically. So, yeah. I've been on the anti-woke train for a very long time, a lot longer than Asmongold, for example. And I've been watching Flash, Critical Drinker, from about that time, too.
Checking that out. I will play a very brief portion of that video where he goes over the picture thing because he gives more context into that. Captioned, Angry Joe tries to dox Yellow Flash over the Odyssey and fails. He's seething. Wait, and fails. Oh no, Flash. Oh no, we're all, dude, the grammar's messed up. My speak.
Yeah. Your trolling needs a spell check.
Being's messed up. I think maybe we've all been on the internet a little bit too much, maybe, but you know, what can you do? Flash then says, thanks for so much easy content, Angry Joe. Keep it coming. And Joe says, thanks for the engagement. Keep it coming. Wait, what? He's just repeating what Flash said. Keep it coming. Thanks for the engagement. Keep it coming. He's like a broken AI or something. What's going on there? In fact, why don't you do another 3 more videos on me since you're clearly my redacted now? I'll keep slapping you around on here and you can cry about it on your channel some more each time. Flash just saying, I'm glad I could help out. So now I'm going to show you some of the public reception Joe's been getting on his own channel, on his own video about the Odyssey, titled The Odyssey Angry Movie Review. And then after that, I'll show you the clip of Flash talking about the incorrect face docs attempt thing. For context, you should know that Joe seems to have really liked this movie. He says he really freaking loved this film.
Okay, so that gives me another reason to unsubscribe if his taste is really that poor.
And that he liked it so much that he, quote, gives it his badass seal of approval up front, on quote. And going right to the comments, you can instantly see that his viewers had a different opinion. With top comments like, I'm so happy Braveheart was made in the 90s, and my favorite part was when Odysseus screamed, it's Morbin time. Another comment talking about Joe's co-host, Alex.
Yeah, Alex is the only one whose opinion I actually respect.
Saying, Alex is the only serious reviewer on this panel. And other comments mockingly saying things like, film is so diverse, not even the ships are Greek. Similarly, this top comment said, Alex needs his own channel so I can go watch him without Joe. Another user saying exactly, he needs to. And Angry Joe himself responding to that guy saying, see you guys next time. Thanks for making our channel with varying opinions on things possible. Another example here with this user posting, did I leave the cinema thinking Odysseus was a smart guy? To me, no. So this movie's failed badly to me. Joe responded saying, I don't think that was the only thing you were supposed to learn or take from Odysseus as a character, my guy. To which he got completely ratioed by another comment that essentially says, bro, did you even read the original? Aside from that, there are just a lot of comments criticizing Joe in this video, such as, Joe, quote, you either die a hero or live long enough to become the villain, and bro literally became corporate commander. But here's where things got very strange, as this comment says, AngryJoe fighting his fans in his own comment section of his video is not where I thought we'd be 5 years ago. Joe saw that comment and responded, you realize I can see all the sources of traffic per video, right? Lol, welcome. And a user pointing out that that comment's like weird, saying, what does that even mean? And people try to elaborate on it, saying things like, meaning he can see when he has a lot of comments from non-subscribers, subscribers, first-time viewers, etc. But again, this doesn't really make sense. Like, he's implying that he can see this viewer, this poster, this viewer's like history and where they.
He can't see an individual person's history. YouTube only can give general statistics on where people are coming from that view the video, but not any individual commenter.
Came from. I don't think you can do that with the normal YouTube analytics. They're more of just an aggregate of data,
exactly,
not like individualistic like that. The only thing you can do is click the name and see, you know, some of their prior comments that get highlighted. And yeah, this guy didn't just come here like hating on the Odysseus video, or rather the Odyssey video, excuse me. You know, he's left comments on other videos that Joe has had too. So I don't know. Like, this one looks like it might even be a positive comment. What's this one say? 1 month ago. But Joe, I want to play the new college football. Why does something so forbidden tempt me so bad? So, you know, that's a pretty fine comment, right? I obviously don't know the full context on that, but Joe's implying like this guy's not really a regular viewer, because once again, Joe said, you realize I can see all the sources of traffic per video, right? LOL, welcome. And it's like, what do you mean welcome? That guy's been a viewer of yours for at least a month. That's just one of the most recent comments that pop up. And for anyone not familiar with this, this is nothing special. You can literally, anyone with an account can do this. You can just like click a profile pic.
I didn't know that. That's interesting. I might do that from now on.
The comment section on YouTube, and you can see like the last 3 comments or something like that. I'm not sure exactly how it works. So anyways, yeah, that's the TLDR of Joe's arguing in the comment section of his own Odyssey video. Now we'll play the clip of Flash addressing Joe's attempt at face doxing him.
Joe is so triggered by me that he decided he was going to try to dox me because of this post where I said, hit the gym, Joe. Maybe you won't crash out so hard over fictional characters. And, you know, you'll lose a little bit of weight and be in better shape and probably feel a lot better about yourself, a lot more confident, as they say. You know, I definitely feel a lot more confident.
Flash has been in the anti-woke crowd for years now. I used to listen to his videos, but problem is, like, Critical Drinker and some of the others are just far more eloquent, and so I usually gravitate towards their videos. But he's a good guy.
But no, Joe decided to Google either Yellow Flash 2 or Yellow Flash 2 face. I'm not sure which one. When you do that, he decided to not go after my old fat pictures from Anime Matsuri when I was cosplaying. No, I mean, this this is an actual picture of what I used to look like. Instead, he picked this one, which I'm not going to say who this is. I know who this guy is that he's using here. This isn't me.
And there you have it. So yeah, Flash goes on to explain more about all of that in his own video, which I will link the full video in the description. That's essentially the situation. That's the latest. Thank you for tuning in. See you in the comments. Have a great weekend.
Well, it's sad seeing AngryJoe have these crash outs. I used to watch his channel and watch his reviews. He was entertaining, and he mostly has good takes, except on any woke stuff. Anyway, that'll probably be a quick video on YouTube. Like and subscribe, come watch on Kick or Twitch, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.